Thank you, Martha. 25 minutes before the hour, Joe Biden has just entered the race. It's April Fool's. I'm kidding, April 1st. Ed Rollins, Joe Trippi with me now. Gentlemen, good day to both of you. Got a lot to go through here now. I'm going to set up a scenario for you, and you guys react, okay? Does that sound good? All right.
Okay.
Here's the calendar for April, right? You've got Wisconsin on Tuesday. 2 weeks later, you've got New York on the 19th, and you got a slew of states in the Northeast on the 26th, all right, all around the New York area. So on the board now, if Wisconsin goes on the 5th of April, and if our polling is right here, Ted Cruz looks like he's in order to win on Tuesday. If the poll is right, with a 10-point advantage over Donald Trump. So Cruz dominates the headlines, right, guys? You know, he wins Wisconsin, and, you know, for the next 10 days, he gets a lot of positive media coverage. Then you move down the calendar to New York, and Trump right now, Trump in the state of New York is at 56%. Anyone over 50% gets all the delegates. Cruz at 20 and Kasich at 19 as it stands today. And then the week after New York, you've got Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Delaware, Rhode Island, all states in the Northeast, which would seem to favor Donald Trump. So the theory is this. Cruz wins on Tuesday. He dominates the headlines. But then Donald Trump is resurrected in the second half of April. Ed, you start.
Well, I think certainly the first part of that premise is correct. I think Cruz is easily going to win Wisconsin, and he may win all the delegates. There it's 3 delegates per congressional district. Whoever has a plurality of the vote in those districts gets it. 18 delegates statewide, and if you win that, you get them all. So he may blank Trump. If he does, it gets awful hard then for Trump, and I don't argue what your scenario for New York and what have you. It gets awful hard for him to get the majority, though, by the time you get to the convention.
To get to 1237.
Right.
If you lose Wisconsin, I think you're exactly right about that. You know, you do the math, Ed, and you can see that clearly. Joe, what about that scenario? How do you see this?
Well, I agree with Ed and your scenario. Look, the Wisconsin part's definitely looks like it's going to come true. It's not just the Fox poll. There's a couple of polls that show those results with Cruz leading. And I think if Cruz does indeed win Wisconsin, my math, it's pretty near impossible for Trump to get to the magic 1237 number that gets it on the first ballot. The part I might quibble with a little bit is, you know, Trump's at 56 in New York. That's true, but and I think he'll win it. But could Cruz and Kasich keep him under 50, stop him from getting all the delegates there? That would be another, you know, another sort of strike against any that would eliminate completely any possibility of him winning the delegates there and getting to 1237.
So just watch this, you know. Next week is going to be Cruz, just for the sake of this conversation. Then we move toward New York in the 19th, and then Trump dominates. So we'll see what happens there. Okay, flip it forward one more time for us, because this is the map that is still remaining, gentlemen. Wisconsin on Tuesday, then you move to New York, and then you have here, up in the Northeast, you have a lot of these states, with the exception of New Jersey, that goes in early June. They will all have voted. And then you move to Indiana, and then points out west. And this is a big one, California 172 on June 7th as well. That's not winner take all, by the way. So as you see this map now, I don't know, Ed, did you see anyone getting that number? I mean, based on any circumstance?
Both have done a lot of work in California. I grew up in California. California may not be winner take all, but it's each congressional district again. There's 52 of them, and each one of those is whoever wins the gets all 3. So you can basically, in the statewide, so you could pick up a lot of delegates there. I don't think anybody's going to sweep it, but you can pick up a lot of delegates. If somehow someone gets momentum and does do very, very well there, picks up half or more, they may get back in the game again.
Ed, do you think California favors Trump or Cruz, one or the other, or not?
I think what's left of the California Republican Party is pretty conservative, and what I would argue is that Cruz has the better organization. They have the campaign strategists who know how to get delegates and know how to run those campaigns in those congressional districts. Okay, and that's why I'd give him a slight edge. Almost
out of time. Joe, quickly go.
Yeah, also California is a closed primary for Republicans, so I agree with Ed. You're going to have a much more conservative, what's left of the party there is much more conservative, and 2, there's no way for independents or Democrats that have helped Trump to help him there.
All right, thank you, gentlemen.
53 congressional districts.
We'll have more time. Right, we'll have more time to talk about this. Did you know? And thanks to both of you. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. You too.